Good morning, guys. It is Chrissy, finally a farm girl, and
Linda, Stitchy Linda.
We are here today on Sunday, May 28th, and we have some fun surprises for you. We have given a lot of thought, and I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think we need a whole lot of introductions or anything like that, but if you remember the person who said she would never do floss tubes, and then she said that she would definitely come and do a floss tube with me. Great supportive friends do. But over the last, I would say probably for sure 6 months, I have felt like my floss tubes could use a little something and an extra person. Personally, for me to continue doing them, I love it. I have such a good time, but I do think it's more fun when you have more to show. And with doing the designing and things like that, there are weeks that I can't share, or I don't have as much to share because it's just getting ready for different events that I have work-wise. So I batted my eyes and lashes and asked Linda if she might want to be a co-host with me, and we would do our floss tube as a team now. And what did you say?
I said, all of those people that I kept telling, no, I'm never going to do a floss tube now. I guess I kind of have to eat my words.
Yes. So we're kind of working and toying with certain themes and ideas, but for the most part, it's just us, just two good friends that really enjoy two things, and that is coffee first. My husband tried to tell me it needs to be cross stitch first. I'm like, dude, without the coffee, I can't cross stitch. So we're just gonna
especially this morning, it was like, coffee.
I knew that was so early. Philip literally fell out of bed at 5:30. Nothing bad, nothing hard. He just, and so he didn't want to go back to bed after that. And then I instantly started chatting or texting to Linda, and she's like, let me get my coffee. So that's kind of a really fun announcement. We wanted to get this out here right before Stitchcon, because the official, when we're going to start rotating, which would be really nice. We're going to record every other week, and that'll give us both of us plenty to share. And we will alternate houses. So then you also are going to get a change of scenery, which is going to be really fun. So she's working on making sure you got a great wall to look at, which she has beautiful seasonal walls. I think that's what we're going to try and do, Diane. So, and I've only literally been at your house to stop in, pop in, so it's going to be nice to get to go and have some friend time too, once a month, twice a month.
Yeah, because we don't really get to see each other that often.
Right.
I mean, when you run up to the shop and I'm there, or if it's a retreat, which isn't that often, or, I mean, we're on the phone a lot, but I mean, we don't really get to see each other.
Right, or sit and stitch.
Yeah, because we're really not real close. We're like a little over an hour from each other.
Right. But this is gonna be good, and I think it's gonna be good for everybody. The channel will pretty much stay the same. We'll use my existing subscribers and all those kind of things, and we just might play with the name and the entry, because we kind of did want to focus on cross stitch and coffee. So you'll see it when we get back from Stitchcon, which, by the way, the countdown is almost here. So it's the 28th. So what do we?
It's less than 2 weeks.
When is
we leave
the first?
On Wednesday.
We
leave, the first is next Thursday, and then we leave the following Wednesday.
Yeah, we're like so close.
Yeah.
So close. And I realized, I looked on my thing, and if you recall, when we made our reservations for the hotel, I did it the one night early.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Well, I did too, but Melissa's going to be there.
And I knew, so I thought, okay, we need to figure out whether I need to cancel that.
We don't know if we're going to drive straight through, or if I don't really want to drive straight through.
I know. The only way it would ever happen is because we know our plans are a little different this year. So we have Jen, Sweet Chaos Stitcher, who is going to be our third musketeer.
Yep.
And she is going to pick me up, and then early. So we need to get on the road earlier, and I think she's picking me up at 5:30.
Oh, okay.
I think that's kind of where we got to. 5:30,
And then 6:30 at my
And
house.
then 6:30 to Linda's house because we're going to leave, her car there on Linda's property, and then we'll take Linda's car and just go. So if we're on the road by 7,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's only an
My
hour
car will be
earlier,
packed.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're all ready. I mean, it's literally throw it in and go.
Yeah.
So we should be on the road and beat some of Atlanta, I hope, this time.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but the Stitchcon's opening earlier this year.
That's
10
o'clock instead of 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But we'll see. I figure if your car just flies that day and we don't hit what you and I hit traffic-wise, and we end up where we're that close, then guess what? We can go. We might. But only if it's easy on us.
Yeah.
We are not,
we're not in a hurry.
we don't try to be in a hurry. We want to enjoy it. The trip is just as much, fun. It was almost, COVID is not fun driving home.
No, driving home is not fun.
And so Jen, we have, we all have our grandkids. Jen has some younger grandkids, and so she's been put on strict quarantine to not get any of their germs.
Good.
Yes, I told her if you need to live in the barn, you go live out in the barn. She has some funny stories to share. I'll let her share those maybe when we do. We talked about doing a Stitchcon.
Yes.
FlossTube up there. I'll bring my laptop, and that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, Jen had shared a funny story yesterday when she popped over. Oh my gosh, with the whole being on quarantine. I mean, it's serious. Like, she's told her husband, like, that's it. I cannot be exposed.
She can't get sick. Yeah.
No, she is. Yeah.
And being around little ones a lot, you do tend to.
It's hard. Yeah, when the grandkids are like that. Yep. So, all right. So, what do we want to start with? Because we've known this was coming, and I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a while to finally decide what I was taking to Stitchcon, but do we want to do the finishes first?
Yeah, we can jump in and have fun. You show yours.
Okay.
I mean, we're just going to mix it all in. That's how we do this.
Yeah.
It's more fun that way.
Yep.
So
I guess what I was...
hold on one second. There you go. Oh, we're back. I think it did that one time for me too, and I don't know why.
I guess I was going to show a couple of recent finishes. One was a Sal that I was doing with Jody, Simply Stitching Ocala. And we had started this, I want to say maybe the first part of May. I don't remember.
I think so, yeah.
That would have been probably right. And it was a release at market by Tiny Modernist. And it's called Stitcher's Garden. And when I started stitching it, what I really loved about it was the center portion of it. So as I stitched it, I realized that I thought I had a frame somewhere that might work. So instead of stitching the whole thing, what I did was pick out the middle portion and change it around a little bit. And it's a older frame that was in Gerald's the room that shall not be named in his room.
This is so cute.
And I think it turned out pretty cute.
Pretty cute?
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Yeah. So, I think I did change some of the colors. I don't remember which ones, but I did tone it down a little bit. I'm not a real bright color person, so this was actually a little bright for me, but yeah, I love it. And the frame.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's so good.
And the frame is a little scratched, but you know what?
I can't see any. Yeah.
It's now in my office up on a.
So cute.
Yeah. So I was real
now
happy with that.
What fabric is that? Because that is gorgeous.
Actually, it's a 20 count, and I did it over one, of course, and it was a fiber. A fabric I found in my stash, and it was actually a Fortnite fabric.
It's just got a hint of green.
It's got a hint of green to it.
Really pretty with all the other colors.
Yeah. I like it. I think it turned out good.
Yeah.
And I was happy to be able to use a frame that I'd had sitting around.
So now I can use this pattern. And which you didn't. Did you do the ruler? No.
I did not do the ruler.
You just brought it down.
I took out all the stuff on the bottom and the stuff on either side and picked out the stuff in the middle.
So cute.
Yeah.
All right, I love that.
And I know Jody's finished hers, and I've seen quite a few. I saw one, we did it with Brick City Stitchers too, and I saw a girl the other day that had it on a white frame, and it was really, really pretty.
Right. I like the wood.
And then I guess I could show this because this is part of our.
Yeah, we've been, I really like it. I really, really like doing it. We've been doing prairie schooler stitching on Saturday nights with a group of, kind of right now they're local, but anybody's
And
welcome
Tina,
to do it. But it's, Tina from Teen Egner, she does it, and then Jen and Linda and myself, and we all stitch on whatever prairie schooler. Originally it was kind of like Santa stitchings on Saturdays, but it's kind of just turned into any prairie schooler, and it's nice after, I know for the way I kind of felt, and Jen, it describes, and Tina the same thing. Saturdays are usually busy days.
Right.
You're either family, kids, whatever. So it's kind of nice Saturday night, especially it's kind of, whether it's movie night, to have something like that. That's prairie schoolers kind of easy going when it comes to stitching,
nice,
and not
stitch.
right.
Yeah.
So anyways,
this was our first one, so maybe we should show this first.
Let's do it.
We all, I think on the first one, stitched the same design.
Yeah, because originally we were doing the Saturday Santa stitching or prairie schooler Santas, whatever. But yeah, so we picked, the pattern was called Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And it was in a single book.
Yes.
So it was a single book.
It was a single book.
Yeah. Anyway, so this was the one where everybody kind of laughed. Well, I laughed, but I made, as far as something so easy, I made a pretty significant mistake down in the snow, and it threw me off by one. So I think the Rudolph's, the lead reindeer, was supposed to have a little more space, but no big deal. And see, like, you can tell my words, so you can see them a little, but since then,
and we dropped off something on the back of
we
the
didn't,
sleigh.
we took the dude off.
Yeah.
There was a little, we don't know what he was, but I didn't
He was
like
a
him.
hanging dude.
Yeah, he was a hanging dude. But this was mine, and it was stitched on either wheat or mushroom.
Yeah. It's like mushroom.
But yeah, and hers.
And then this was mine. And I stitched it on 25 count. It's country mocha, vintage country mocha, over one. There we go. So you can see kind of the difference in the sizes.
Yeah,
And I just, today was the first day I got to see it because Terry from the old needle shop finished it for me.
There we go.
And I love it. So both of these are going to go to Stitchcon with us. We thought it'd be cool to have them both sitting together.
Now you changed a little. You and Tina realized after I'd done the wording in the snow was quite light. You couldn't read it.
Yes.
So you changed it a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
chose one of the light, I guess, gold colors that was already in it, and one of the light greens. And I just use those for the words.
So 25 count 1 over 1.
25 count 1 over 1, and it's vintage country mocha.
It's fun when I can get close.
I love it. I mean, like I said, it's the first time I've seen it today. So
Yeah. So Terry, the old needle shop, she did the finishing. I've been taking her quite a bit of stuff lately, and she did my Patriotic Matilda. And so I had dropped off while we were doing prairie schoolers just a couple of pillows, so she did some good finishing for me on those. So I have 2 of them now. Yeah.
she does such a great job. And I'm going to send her, I think, my next one that I just finished. And this is out of...
He's cute as a...
Yeah, he's really cute. And he's just on 28 count, so he's...
So this isn't 1 over 1.
No, it's just 28 count over 2. They're smaller. I don't remember the name of the book. I know Tina is stitching out of it too, and I have another that I started last night, but I haven't got real far with it.
Is this Santas and Snowmen?
Santas and Snowmen, that's it. Yeah. And like I say, it's just 28 over 2, which is a fun, easy.
So then, did you start a new one last night?
I started one last night, but I didn't get much in it. My eyes were kind of tired.
Do you know I went to bed at 10:30?
Oh, I was up.
That looks really good.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. He's nice and bright, isn't he? Is that mushroom or is that the...
It's vintage country mocha, I think. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It looks like, I think it's mushroom.
Mushroom. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess the only other finish that I bought was a recent stitch along with Debbie from Snug Harbor Crafts.
Yeah.
And I had watched her FlossTube and saw that she had bought this pattern, and it's a new designer. I didn't bring the pattern, but it's from Erin Elizabeth.
Right.
And she's new this year at market, and I loved this one immediately. And when I saw Debbie show it, I thought, okay, I messaged her and I said, okay, let's do a sal.
It's so cute.
And of course she did, and we'll need something for the back of it probably. And I stitched mine on a 28 count blue. It was stitched on black. The model was stitched on black. I think Debbie's stitching her like on a beige maybe.
Is it?
Yeah. And 28 count, and it's a small. I have done some of the Madame Chantilly trays before, and I thought this would be nice to kind of go with it, but it's definitely going to have to be a flat fold probably. But
It's
I did
cute.
change a couple of the colors just so they'd show up better on the blue. It's kind of hard to see unless you can see it in person, but the white shows up pretty good in person.
Here it is.
It's really cute. I enjoyed it. We had a
That
good time
crab
with it. That crab is so cute. And so I told Debbie to make sure, I know they're coming to Stitchcon, I'm pretty sure weekend
Oh,
day, so we'll,
okay. Yeah, they were
That's
there
what
weekend
Brenda-
day last
Yeah.
year too.
Yeah.
Um,
so that's kind of just recent finishes.
yeah, and Linda has a seasonal tree, a kind of an all-year tree.
Yeah,
That I need us all the comments need to flood the feed that says stitch some tropical. So her summer wall is mostly nautical type.
coastal, beachy.
Coastal, yeah. So she has a couple of ornaments I got her for her tree last year that were pre-done and they weren't even, but they're really pretty cute. You couldn't beat the cost of it.
And I bought two more.
Right.
By the
You
same
bought
designer,
by the same
so
person.
there's four on the tree.
But what I keep thinking, how cute would that be to? I don't know if you
I
could.
don't know if it'd be too big.
If that's too small. Not that, but like if you pulled off the
Oh
motifs.
yeah, the little
crab is so cute.
The crab is very cute.
Maybe the anchor and the thing.
Yep.
The perfect. If it was fun to stitch, maybe you could make
a lot
some
of little
ornaments.
small.
Just saying, it's an empty tree.
Yeah.
Needs some ornaments, some smalls. Anyways, that is really, really cute. And then I have to do a little frogging, but I'm doing an Erin Elizabeth, the farmhouse one. So that's gonna that'll go to Stitchcon with me. I just need to frog
and
out
she's
my
done
problem.
a patriotic one now too.
It was so good. You know, why is it? Like
I
I saw it and I was like, oh, I would have done that. And I mean, I love them both, but when I saw that littler house, I just,
Yeah,
I
she's
love
really,
that.
I was on a Zoom call a while back with, I can't remember, I think, Alicia with Fanciful from Lingo.
Yeah.
And she had Erin on as like a guest designer.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to hear her process and know your process.
Right.
And listen, so it was kind of cool, but seems really nice, and she's got a lot of great stuff out.
I keep looking at the gap on my wall. That's where wool and flax goes.
It's out.
It's out in the mail.
Yeah.
But yeah, so funny. It's just like so weird. All right, now what?
Your finishes.
My finishes? Fully pun? Okay, so we'll start with this dude. This was for my tree. My tree has ornaments on it.
Yeah.
Just saying. Okay. No guilt. Anyway, but I think I mentioned to you guys I wanted to do patriotic ornaments and kind of put them all on the tree. And I pulled from the pattern the Patriot by Lone Elm Lane?
Yeah, we bought a couple of those, and I don't think I've ever done anything.
Right. Well, I really wanted to make ornaments out of it. I mean, I loved the piece, but so I pulled just the guy off. Yeah,
and Terry
did the finishing, and I mean, has my favorite fabric on the back. Anyways, yeah. So then I can have pieces like this. So the next one is going to be, I'll pull out the house and the eagle to make something on it, like the salt box house. Yep. So, and it's got like a patriotic bunting. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. But so that's what I'm kind of hoping to do is pull pieces out for that. So I have a bag that has, yeah, those diddly daddle designs forever ago, but I have a few that I'm going to try and whip out quick. So this is Liberty Lodge by Thread Milk Designs.
Oh, yeah.
I got that at Market. Yeah. So there's a few of those. You'll be able to see those. I've already shared it once, but these are, I mean, kind of creepy if you don't like the tombstones, but I do. So.
Yeah, I know. You know, I'm not a Halloween person, so.
But it's got Liberty Lodge, and then it has Calvin Coolidge, and it's like their headstone.
Oh.
So, you know, for me, I kind of thought it was kind of cool. I love that stuff. You know that.
I know.
So, anyways.
Which reminds me, there was something I was going to bring from the house, and I forgot it. I have got an old drawn thread that's Halloween.
Oh.
And you'd probably love it. And I came across it yesterday, and I forgot to stick it in my bag.
Oh, man, it's all right. And then, so we're doing fully finishes. Not that it matters.
No, well, this is something that's going to Stitchcon.
Yeah,
so
this,
yeah,
they've
I didn't
seen
bring
it,
mine.
but I did want to show you what I ended up finishing.
Oh,
so
it's so cute.
This is the Stitchcon box. I'd already shared it before with the finish. I don't think you can see down too much in there.
Lots of little cute goodies inside.
Yeah, I have. Oh, that's because the glasses are covering it up.
Yeah.
But Linda had gotten me quite a bit from Terry's old needle shop. Watch me break it. So the red tray is in there, and my scissors, and our froggy, and just pin cushion. And then on the top, I had never finished it, but I wanted it to look like a trunk, a luggage trunk, because I know I'll close it up to take it. So I kind of just did it like that with some scrapbooking. So it's got keepsake stickers that they gave us last year. It's got my badge from last year, and everything just got, you know, Mod Podged on there. But most of the time it sits open. So I'm excited because we're all going to. This was a Sue Hillis pattern that was exclusive last year, and I wonder what's going to be this year.
I don't know. And it'll be exciting because last year we started the sale at Stitchcon, or we kind of organized it at Stitchcon.
Yeah.
And Erla, the ice stitcher.
The ice stitcher, yeah.
I'm not sure if she's coming back again, but she was one of the group that we all said, let's stitch it. So
Right.
you're taking that, and then I'm going to take mine.
Yours is a flat fold.
Mine's just a flat fold.
Right.
And then, so we're both taking our Prairie Schoolers. What else are you taking? For the brag table.
I considered like amethyst.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. Like I kind of.
Okay, so that's still kind of up in the air.
It's kind of up in the air.
I think I have. I'm taking my Live on Little that will probably take up the whole back of the car on one side, but I do want to take it. So I'm taking my Live on Little. Maybe one other little thing other than what we just showed. So.
Yeah. I feel like going through this helped me kind of decide what's going, what's not. But there seems to be a lot of starts.
And it's nice when we're driving because we can take stuff.
Yes, that's exactly what I told Jen too. Yeah. I mean, the nice part is, and then I put together. This was just little. I shared the box last empty, I think a couple weeks ago. And oh gosh, this is never going to work. But anyways, I made the mistake, like I had shared. This is a box I got at Joann's, and I had ordered this strawberry from Capes and Crafts. And she does some beautiful strawberries, and she is friends with Terry from the old needle shop, so they do some similar things. And Linda had gotten me this Christmas or birthday. I'm not sure, but the needle book, and that's Terry's old needle shop, and then the box, and inside of the box I keep most or some of my floss rings. So it kind of keeps, it doesn't look very pretty, but anyways, I keep all my rings in there. And so now I have, you could never see them before, I just keep it on a little table. So now all three are kind of in there.
Cute.
Yeah. I love all her stuff. Yeah. But maybe one day I will see if I can find one that has real glass or something. I don't know. I used a razor blade and scratched it. Which I would have done the same thing, not knowing. The funny part is where it sits in my room on the table, it's an antique table, it's dark, and then when I turn my light on, it's perfect, you can see in it, but you don't see the scratches, so for right now, I'm enjoying that I actually can see those things. And then maybe one day I'd love to do a Bristol strawberry and put, because right now there's really no stitching in there, but that's okay. Okay, so what do you want to do? Whips? I think that's all I got as far as finishes go.
Well, I guess
Only
I
finishes.
brought my whips because I don't have a lot, but they're all of them are going to Stitchcon, so I think I've got 4.
So that's FO.
That's FO.
I'll finish this stack.
You finish your FO.
Okay. So, I can't remember.
I haven't seen that. What is that?
This was, okay, so this was from, I shared a picture on Instagram. It was just like a cleaning up some of my patterns and came across this, and it is from in the fall 2022 Punch Needle Print Stitcher magazine.
Yep.
And now I can't think of the designer. Oh, I know. Hello from Liz Matthews.
Oh,
it's my
that's
first.
Right. Yeah.
It's my first Hello from Liz Matthews.
Oh.
So I don't know why. It just made me feel like picking it right up. And of course, I got Tina on that, and I did whatever colors I wanted to. So I know it was like coal and the pumpkins.
I like the pumpkins.
Yeah, like seriously, the middle one, I followed what the pattern was, but these outer ones, I just used sweet potato and I just was having fun. So anyway, super cute. And that is Hello from Liz Matthews. And then I've got my wool picked out so I'll just go ahead and make the pillow myself. So I picked out some wool. It's ironed and ready to go. Then I had a big Prairie Schooler Saturday night finish.
Yeah.
And this was Christmas Traditions. The light doesn't know.
Yeah, I know. There you go.
So that's
Better
that.
That's all. Yep.
Yeah, and I was super excited.
So what'd you stitch? This beautiful.
It's water lily.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
28
Okay.
count Jovelin water lily.
Yeah, Peter's
All right, you're
favorite.
going to have to tell me if it's
Okay, go to
this way.
yeah. There it goes.
Let me just see. Maybe I can do it this way.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So all I had left I kind of had the whole side with the donkey the last time we talked, but I got so close to finishing it that it was like, I'm not putting it
No,
down.
you need to finish it.
Yeah, so I love their colors. And all I had to do, the only one that it seems like on here doesn't show up good, but it shows up really good here, is the star. Look how bright it is there.
Yeah, it shows
it's
up fine
like
in person.
super.
Yeah.
In her, but either way.
And it looks good on that water lily.
It really does.
Peter's not so favorite.
No, he doesn't like the green. Doesn't like the green. But this was actually really, I have to admit, probably one of my funnest stitches ever.
Well, Prairie Schoolers are just a comfortable stitch.
The fun part was starting from because I always start lower left.
Yeah.
And
I'm
always down here, so I was down by the cow, and instantly you were into animals.
Something.
Like instantly, yeah. There's enough grass, but not too much. And it just, I don't know, it was one of those things, the needle was just like, oh yeah, I can go there. Oh yeah, I can go there.
And this chart is similar to some of the ones we were talking about earlier, where they've got the 3, and wouldn't it be cute to do one of them on the smaller count? Yeah.
See, I love the next one. I don't know why the alphabet, that doesn't call to me, but the top one does with the fireplace. And Linda and I were chatting with, where'd your small go? Over here. She's afraid I'm going to keep it. But we were thinking, how cute would it be with these that tend to be
There's a lot of
same size or like this,
like that,
like where you get 3 in 1 or something. But so if she did more like this,
several.
I mean, just think about how much. I mean, you could put it in a little Christmas basket. I mean, we do run out of space.
Yeah, we
eventually. But this one.
Ooh, there's a lot of stitching in this one.
But if you did, I keep looking at this one. So
The top one
and
we're
the
looking
top
at.
one, yeah. If you look at this top one, it's a bunch of motifs surrounded by Santa in the fireplace. So I have looked at this the whole time I'm stitching the nativity, and I'm like, I miss stitching Santa. I want to stitch it. And I'm so glad I did the nativity, but I kept telling myself, if I could do one motif every Saturday night or a few,
Yep.
they're not hard.
Nope.
I mean, look at that train and that cat. I mean, which would be fun maybe to pull the, is that a cat?
I think that's a cat.
I kind of consider pulling that out and putting the year
that's
or
a
my
cat.
initial. But if you're in on that one, I'm in. But
I don't know.
yeah, she's got to pick a long one.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do. And then you make another one
yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
So.
And I probably have a few Christmas prairie schoolers similar to this.
Oh, heck yeah, we've got tons. So that was that prairie schooler, and then my new start prairie schooler, which was, because then we started branching off. Miss Fortune is at the Framers, so now I just stitch whatever prairie schooler on Saturday night. Miss Fortune is finished. I started Night Flight.
That's going to be small, too.
Yeah, and we all decided, me, Tina, and Jen, no way we're stitching the fence.
Oh, no.
We're stitching in the middle, and that's it. So I started with, the bottom left house.
I was trying to look at the stitch size, 75 by 97, so it's not big.
Oh no, it's about the same as Miss Fortune, which I think I ended up having to go with, it was a 5 by 7 wouldn't fit it. It was off by like an inch or something. But anyways, this is 32 count copper penny again. And I thought I would stick with the copper penny for one more. That way, if I hung them or did something, those two will kind of matchy.
Copper penny?
White shell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was a little hard to find, but when I did find it, I got like a fat quarter.
Yeah.
So I like
the darker fabric sometimes for stuff, especially Halloween stuff. Yeah.
These are so fun, just in the sense, there's only 3 colors.
Yeah.
3 colors. Brown, orange, white. That's it. But yeah, so, and I know Jen dropped her Miss Fortune off. Miss Fortune was a hard one to finish. I'm hoping this is not the same way, but if you recall, I started that at my dad's, Miss Fortune, and I couldn't see on the dark. And so this time I started it here, and I'll just stitch on it here. So that was my new prairie schooler Saturday night.
And I had one, but I mean, I only got about 10 stitches in it. So, but it's the same one that Tina's doing in the same book, Santa's and Santa's and Snowmen.
You don't have the book?
I didn't bring the book.
Okay. All right. Oh, and this one. Oh, I did my first Lizzy Kate.
Lizzy Kate.
I did my first Lizzy Kate for the year, yeah. And usually I'll pull off a couple, but I always want to at least get one done. I love these. And it is Wise Men Still Seek Him, and I did modify mine to, I didn't do, I used my own floss, whatever I had. Oh no, actually it was a little kit. I'm sorry.
So what did you change from the chart?
The only thing I changed, I took the crowns off the bottom row.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I thought it would make, because this is left over. And I thought I would use this green wool for just a simple finish. But yeah, I didn't want it to be any bigger. I didn't want to do a frame. I wanted it on my tree, or propped up somewhere. Yeah. So I got 2 of those I can finish today. But yeah, this was a kit.
You've been stitching lots.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. I think that's it. And then I'm going to start with next, because I still got next prairie schooler. So what do you got next?
My next prairie schooler, I started last night. But
you did?
Yeah.
But you got the pattern? No.
No. I didn't bring it.
All right, so the next Christmas one, because I got to have one to take to my dad's that isn't on dark fabric, is from Santa and Friends. Oh. It's the brown.
Go towards me. See if it's any better.
No. Oh, there you go. That's a little better. Now, I have all the floss pulled, wound, Tina's cute little stocking floss drops. And now I just need to pick out which guy.
Ooh.
Tina picked the guy, she did the guy with the geese first. And now I have to pick which one I wanna pull out of there and do. So I don't know.
I like him with the tree.
Yeah, he's cute with the
But
tree.
then the deer one is cute.
And I liked the geese one she did. That turned out really cute.
She stitched hers on black?
No,
Okay.
no, and I don't know what I'm stitching mine on.
Okay.
But we like the dark.
Yeah,
We like Prairie Schooler on the sage,
mushroom,
the weed, the
sage,
mushroom.
yeah.
They just show up so good.
They
Even
do.
though this looks good, this looks like navy to me.
Yeah.
But I'll probably get a start on that soon so that I have it. Okay.
So did we want to talk about what we're starting tomorrow?
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll pull mine out maybe.
Well, Linda, you know how it works.
Yeah.
You know, Linda sent me a picture and said, "Do you have this?" And it was this one. This is Little House Needleworks, which, by the way, I haven't stitched one this year. I haven't stitched
Oh,
Little House Needleworks in a while.
I don't think I have this
So-
year, but I've stitched it.
So this is called Just America. And she sent me the picture and asked if I had it. And at first I said no. But I had something else that was kitted up and ready to go.
Patriotic. This is going to be
Yeah.
our start for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Memorial Day start. And then by the time I finished cleaning everything and picked a new project, then last night I messaged her. I'm like, hey, guess what? I do have that
Yeah, she
pattern.
found it. Well, I think what happened is I started going through my whips, which I only had like 3 left.
Yeah,
And
you're way
so
low.
she says, you need to start picking stuff. And I thought,
Yeah.
well, maybe
Yeah.
a little house, you know. So anyway, yeah, that worked out good.
And I think we were looking for
you're-
something we could take to Stitchcon too, potentially, if
Yep.
you're working on a house and just doing a bunch
Fill
of
in.
white.
Looking for fill-in.
And I had this one ready to go. It was gifted to me as a kit, and I mean, even down to the R&R fabric. I couldn't believe it. So this is, I've always wanted to do 4 freedoms.
I don't think I've seen that one before.
I love this one. And I bought it, originally I bought it once, just the pattern. Then I was gifted it as a full kit. So I was able to quickly then do what we do on speed dial kind of a deal and go, hey Jen, you want to drop by and I'll give you my backup pattern or second pattern extra. And so she came over and that's why she came yesterday. So Jen and I are stitching 4 freedoms. And it calls for, which I was like flabbergasted. I'm like, I actually have the call for fabric.
I know, I did. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it called?
32 count creek bed brown.
Oh,
Yeah, from Beach Cottage Stitchers.
wow.
And see right there, look at that.
No
32
kidding.
count creek bed brown from R&R.
Wow.
It's my first time stitching on R&R fabrics,
Mm.
but real pretty colors.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah. So, I love stitching Patriotic. So,
And that
Really
white's gonna
pretty.
show up nice on there. What?
Yeah.
Let me see what. I'm curious. Oh, 2016. So it's not really that old. Huh. Well, not to me.
I mean, right? But yeah. So
That's cool.
I've got my little Lincoln Patriotic bling.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I got mine, and I happened to recently have won a bag from Jody, Simply Stitching Ocala,
right?
and actually Jess from Como Stitches. They had a little thing on, I think it was a Friday night, or Jody may have done hers a different day, and it's got, Jody does a little place that you can put your orc container
Yeah,
and a little thread bed.
it's like a quilted one.
Kind of had the perky
Cute.
bag.
Yeah. You're all set.
I'm all set.
And did you already got your fabric?
I got my
Oh,
fabric.
wow.
It's, I think it's just, I don't remember what I did. I think it was something I had in my stash.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are ready.
I'm ready.
Center and everything.
I even have my little magnet. All set.
That's from Cricklewood Cross.
Yeah, it is.
I have that one too. I love that one. And then Tina and I was going to just say while we were talking about Patriotic Starts, I said, we're going to do an Annie B's. And I've never done an Annie B's yet. I put it down somewhere. But have you ever done, you didn't,
I
you
did.
do Annie B's house once?
I did the house one last year and had it made. I've got a picture of it. I think it's been on my Instagram, but I love it.
We decided that this morning. It's amazing what you can decide right away. But it's somewhere in this mess is an Annie B's Patriotic house.
Is it the one that I stitched?
Look, there's my other prairie schooler mess. I'm not even near done. That's all. That's like, but anyways, it's an Annie B's. I'll share it next time with the little start.
Are you taking it Stitchcon?
But I don't know, I might, because it looks like it would be a nice one to take. So, okay, now what? We did it, and mine's in my Lincoln bag. Oh, it's right here. Oh no, here's the extra. See?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she didn't have it.
No, I don't have it.
She didn't have it. Then she texted me later and said, "This is what I found."
This is it. I put mine just because it was a smaller piece in my little Lincoln Teresa Kogut bag. So,
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Love
Teresa
love
Kogut fabric too. Coming.
yes. Are you going to share that?
No, I'm not sharing.
Oh,
it.
yes, you are.
No, I'm
That's
not.
what this is all about. I'm sharing it.
Okay.
I got to see if I can do it right.
Can I leave the room now?
No, it's really cute. I'm so glad we're friends. So, how did this go down?
Well, my friend Felicia, who does a lot of quilting, and she has an Etsy account and a website too, Floss and Boss. I think it's Floss and Boss.
Floss and Boss.
And she posted on Instagram some really cute fabric.
Kringle.
Kringle.
Teresa
And it's
Kogut's
Teresa
new
Kogut.
Christmas.
And I went, I need some of that, and we can use it for smalls, or we can use it for whatever. So quickly I messaged her and said, how can I do this? She lives down the street from me, so we managed that, paid for it. And then I messaged Chrissy and said, look what I bought. And she says, do you have any idea what you bought? And I said, yeah, I thought.
Because I
don't quilt. I don't sew.
I saw the Floss and Boss post go with the fat quarter bundle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that fabric's amazing. And then almost at the same time, she messages me, look what I got. And I'm like, do you know what you bought from her Etsy shop? And she's like, well, fabric. But basically, I'm like, how much? Because it was like in the high 60s.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, how much does Linda think fabric runs for 1 yard or a half a yard? What did you get? And so I said, you bought a fat quarter bundle. And she's like, well, what's that? And I'm like, that's a fat quarter of every fabric that comes out in that, that theme. So she's got plenty. I'm like, you have enough to make like a lap quilt. So we got a good chuckle, right? We got a good chuckle out of that.
Right.
But just imagine the project bags.
Oh, yeah.
That you can get out of that.
Yeah.
So, yes.
That somebody, I'll send to somebody to make.
We will get somebody making something with that. But, I mean, as far as Teresa Kogut goes,
oh my God, it was gorgeous.
I am so glad she got back to fabric designing. I mean, I used to I had her lavender stuff for younger days. I still love bears. I love Christmas bears specifically, which we need to do a bear this year.
Yeah.
We got those bears from, was it Owl Forest Embroidery? We bought the entire bear family.
We did. It was a Christmas.
They're so
bears.
good. Anyhow, that's just getting off on a rant. But yes, but her fabric is so good. And Kringle he's definitely her folk art Santa. And the panel is him. And then I sent you that picture, didn't I? I kind of actually have considered with him, I used to get a panel and then embroider around the details. Do you know what I'm saying? I used to do it. So it's fun and it's easy to just pick up, and you can already bat it or however you want to do it. But anyways, I haven't done that in a long time, but boy, that fabric was something else. I can't wait. So that was hysterical.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting it sometime after Stitchcon. She's going to meet me at the shop.
Yeah, I think they're like in June. Yeah, the beginning of June. So it's gonna be perfect if you just put it on display.
Just a bundle.
Like just a bundle. It's gonna be that big. It's gonna be adorable. I love it. You're gonna just prop it up. You could put your You could put your prairie schooler there.
All right. What we're taking to Stitchcon?
Yeah.
maybe.
Sure. Well, you know more than I know. Oh, here's my little house.
Yeah, I think
firework.
I
That goes
finally
back there.
finalized mine yesterday.
You know, why don't you do what you're taking to Stitchcon, and then I got some haul. Do you have haul?
No, I didn't bring any home.
Okay, you do what you're taking to Stitchcon. I mean, I feel like I've got a good grip on it.
Well, anybody that's been to Stitchcon
yeah.
for the last
So pretty.
3 years, or this will be the third
Yes.
year
Okay.
that it's gone to Stitchcon. This is my Sea Glass by Carolyn Manning. And I'm doing it on 25 count. It's a pewter. And it's over one over one on 25 count. And unfortunately, the chart isn't anything like the colors. The colors are just gorgeous. They're definitely my colors.
I'm just going to hold. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And so it's about 2/3 done. And it's an easy stitch. I took it the first year to Stitchcon, took it last year to Stitchcon.
Take it to every retreat.
Yeah. Well, not normally, but it's actually an easy stitch because once you kind of do the outline of the squares, but see how the colors are nothing like.
I was going to say, this is very green
I know.
compared to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an easy stitch because once you do the outline of some of the squares, you just fill in. And that's something that I have to do when I go to a retreat because I don't do real good at counting.
But you're doing that over one.
Yeah, over one on 25 count. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to the retreat.
That's going...
Number one.
That's going to the
I'm going
retreat.
to count these, see if we know.
Well, okay, number 2 is going to be, which I didn't bring,
Patriotic
is
one.
the Patriotic one.
Okay, that's number 2.
I mean, I'm
Little house.
Yeah, and then this is my most recent start, and this is a sal that we're doing at Brick City, and it's for the new Seaside Tiny Town. But our sal at Brick City is called Your Tiny Town because there's so many of them out, and so many people wanted to stitch different ones. So we just said, pick a tiny town, and this happened to be mine.
See, I wanted to do, I have my Halloween one, so I didn't start it yet, but I don't have the fabric. So I need to do like a consult or something. I have all the floss. So I didn't start with the sale, but
this is
cute.
My start. And what I did is I'm trying to save the fill-in on the houses so that and I'll get a little bit more done on it so that hopefully all I have to do is fill in the houses or do some fill-in.
Look at that crab.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really cute.
What's your needle minder? Oh, those
yeah, my little turtle needle minder.
Cute. I see. So basically you just got fill-in on those.
Yes. So it'll be easy. And if I can get some more of the houses done.
Yeah. How many houses are in that one?
I don't remember. Well, there's a lighthouse seagulls. 1, 2. I start in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I've about got.
Oh, that lighthouse and that big tug.
Yeah. So that will be
Heart in hand. She's so sweet.
She
Cecilia
is so sweet.
And I've not done a tiny town yet, but I had picked the Halloween one as a start because I wanted another drum or whatever.
I've got the Christmas one, but I haven't. Haven't started it. But
I almost got you to start it last year.
I know.
So
this is the only other one I'm going to take, and I really don't know
if 4.
Yeah, and that's it. This is the winter sampler. Let me take off this needle minder. That Chris, the camping stitcher, and I were doing, and Chris finished hers, and it looks amazing.
Oh, it's so beautiful. What fabric did she use? Do you know?
I don't know what she used. I know she used 36 count.
Oh, okay.
I know she used 36 count.
Okay.
Mine is on 32. And it's big.
Yeah, that's so nice. That's going to be so good on your wall.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So it's probably, I don't know, a third done maybe? Maybe a little bit more than that. If I can get a good chunk somewhere that there's a lot of fill in, I might do that. But I've got a whole border to do. But
look at the house.
I love it. This was by Crochet A Go-Go. And I don't remember when we started. And I know there's several other people. Oh, and I think...
I feel like February. Or was it market that it...
No, it didn't come out of market. It was before.
Look at the colors.
And Christy, who's coming to Stitchcon as well. You haven't met Christy. She lives up in the Panhandle. She's another one of our Florida stitchers. and she's Kendall. What is she on FlossTube? I don't remember. Ken something on FlossTube. I think she finished hers too. Yeah, I love it.
What's the fabric?
It's on Vintage Country Mocha. Yeah, and it's 32 count. Yeah.
I'm doing the same. I don't even own the pattern yet, but now.
It's just, I love it. All the animals and that fox.
Started with this.
Yeah, I started in the middle. I always normally start in the middle, unless it's a sampler. You know, there are some that I'll start in the top left.
Yeah.
But this was a bit of a bear for me. I think I picked out that middle motif about 5 times because it's a 4-page sampler, and that middle medallion is in the middle of those 4 pages. And I copied the pages and I picked out and
it's a little darker Vintage Country Mocha.
It is.
A little, I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, so pretty.
But I guess I'm going to take it and we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's it. Because I think last year, how many pieces did you stitch on last year? Yeah.
2?
Yeah. And I'm thinking,
2?
I think that's what I did too.
Seriously, I ended up enjoying I did the Hands Across the Sea sampler that I started with Laura.
Right.
And I ended up enjoying that one, and I was a little competitive. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was like, how much can I get done so we can hold them up next to each other?
And you did.
And I did. And so I feel like that's the one I stitched on the most. And I did a little bit on a model that, seriously, I never enjoyed that much stitching on it after, so it's still sitting in a bag. It's really just 2.
I think I did too, because I know I worked on Sea Glass and I finished Indigo Lane.
Yes, you were working on the, yeah.
You go through your stuff and you try to pick out stuff that you think you'll stitch on. I mean, I guess I always take too many, but at least that way, if you get tired of one, you can pick up something else.
3 to 5 projects at Stitchcon is plenty.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And so if we digress for 1 second and talk, we've been doing this Prairie Schooler thing for a couple months now, maybe more. And I mean, I am getting finishes and you're getting finishes. I mean, well, we all are. But anyways, it's been fun. Well, the last couple weeks, I think I was mentioning I was getting close to another phase of empty nest, whatever. So I have been having a great time creating my Stitchy room, which will be guest room / Stitchy room. So I've had a really good time doing that, and I've been able to, I have had stuff here and there and on the porch, not an outside porch, but out on our lanai, wherever I could squeeze it. When we moved into this house, I was putting things. So I actually have a Stitchy room now.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks. And I found a couch and a recliner. I've never been able to recline and stitch at the same time. So it worked out perfectly. And I'll get pictures, soon. I'm kind of down to the last little bit, but I've been organizing and going through, and that's when you just absolutely eye-opening what you have.
Yeah.
So it's just so funny, but I love Brenda Gervais stuff, and I think the last piece I worked on was my birthday sale. I think that was kind of, you did the big daddy.
Little Little was Plum Street.
No,
Santa
stops here.
Yeah, I was hoping to
did
have that back, but it's not back yet.
But that's going to be so great that we can show it when it's here. But anyway, so I think that was maybe your last Brenda Gervais?
Probably.
So, okay. And I never did get to do the small one that coordinated, even though I'm ready. So
Rudolph and Friends.
Yes.
I did that one
So
too.
I'm so ready for that. But in going through all this, I realized I was trying to pull out designers in a way to display. I have a walk-in closet, has plenty of shelving. I want to see some of my things so that I'm more motivated to grab them and do it, some of my older stuff that I've had in stash. So that being said, I have so much Brenda Gervais, and I have stitched very little Brenda Gervais. So I called my friends and said, I need a Brenda Gervais day, just like we do Prairie Schooler Day. So either way, feel free to join if you'd like to, but on Sundays, I think we decided it's another good stitch for a weekend, because especially like the smalls that she has, to just stitch Brenda Gervais. So one of the things I know I'm taking to, and wait till you see where this whole train of thought goes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's crazy good. Okay, so it started with this basket of Brenda Gervais stuff. Then when Jen came over and picked up our Memorial Day start for tomorrow, we were trying to figure out what we had, and she's all in on doing more Brenda Gervais. So the first one we decided we were going to do was Scary Mouse. And my idea is that my Stitchy room would have my mice in it, some sewing mice and all that kind of stuff. So, and maybe one day a little tree. I don't know where. I don't know where it would fit in there. But either way, this will be cute. It looked fun and easy. I mean, it's just that green. Yeah. And so we decided that we would kit this up at Keepsakes because this is Jen's first year. So she's a freshman.
Yeah, I think that
she's a freshman. She's a senior.
Yeah, of course. More ways than one.
So we thought, I said, well, hey, I'll take the Stitchy bus with her, and we'll go to Keepsakes together, and we can pull the floss from Keepsakes. But at the annex, there's a lot of fabric.
A lot of choices.
So we're going to look for like a gray, slate gray fabric. I got the glare. But, so that's going to be the first one. So that's going to be, we're not going to start the Brenda Gervais Sundays till we get
okay.
I mean, if you want to, we did also. But anyway, so there's that one. And that led me to making sure that I'd started mice in the sewing room.
Of course.
Right? I have all these mice ones she does. And I love my Matilda, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, come on now.
A sewing mouse is so cute.
So I definitely want that now that I have a room that I can prop her up and look cute. So get that. And that'll be a Sunday Brenda Gervais. And then, guess what I realized?
What is that?
Oh, guess who else is Brenda Gervais? Coming to America.
Oh, I wondered if that's what that was. Okay.
Yep. So I've shown it too many times to want to repeat, right? But how perfect that I would have the two. I could, if I'm needing to do something
little,
easy, little, I can do that. If I'm...
How far are you on that?
Well, it's embarrassingly. Well, not that embarrassing, but it's definitely all the people are in, and I've got a little start on the top and a little start on the bottom. So, back to my tape days. My mom would be horrified.
I know.
My mom would be so horrified. Right? I can't believe I did that, but it was, oh my gosh. Anyway, and it came unsurged.
Oh.
I won't forget this because I had not come to Brick City yet.
No, I was going to say
I didn't order my kit for Brick City, or I would have. I just was so new to it, and I just saw it come across Instagram, and I just called my mom. So she made the bag. So I thought, well, okay, that is so cool, and getting a jump on it now.
Yeah,
I could have it. I could have it done.
Mine is in the hallway hanging.
I know. You're so good. She always does her homework. So that's Brenda Gervais Day, Sunday. Yeah. I don't know what hashtag or whatever we'll pick, but did you find something you want to
do? I started going through my Brenda Gervais and I realized I have finished a lot of Brenda Gervais.
Yeah.
But there is one I want to do, but I don't know that I want to. That might be later, but Saltbox Quilt. And I didn't bring it with me. But
the box?
Yes. And I found the perfect box for it. When we were in Jacksonville last year at Anna's retreat, somebody had brought in cigar boxes.
Yes.
And I ended up winning one, and I measured it out, and on 25 count over one, it would fit the top or the inside of that box. So, I mean, that's probably going to be a later in the year kind of thing.
Yeah, if you just get it ready, but at least then, like you're saying, you do a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never going to stitch only one designer.
No.
On a whole day, unless I'm enjoying it. Prairie Schoolers are easy if I do it Saturday, but to me, it's the nighttime stitching. It's and it's fun. I don't understand why it's so fun to know that all your friends are
stitching the same
stitching kind of in the same thing and checking on each other. So that's that. That's nothing. I got haul, and we're doing really pretty good. Oh, here's more for a schooler.
Oh.
But that's part of haul. So, okay.
Yeah, I was good. I didn't bring any haul. I really didn't have that much.
Well, as of, I don't know how I got 3 new starts as of 8 o'clock in the morning,
Don't
something
look at
like
me.
that. I don't know what happened, but okay. So this.
Oh, I bought that.
Yes, I saw. Okay, so there's a sale.
I know, but I.
You can't. You got to. Anyways, Primrose Cottage Stitches came out with this year at Market. I saw the model at Market, met the ladies, the frame. It's just so
And they're
absolutely
the sweetest ladies.
right,
Oh.
so perfect. So I know you've seen it a bunch, but I'll get it closer. But what led me to it, not only seeing the model, but I love that they incorporated a train. And that is one of Philip's favorite thing. And not only did they incorporate a train, but there's a little boy inside of the train, the conductor. So it's just too cute.
No, I think they're doing the salad. Are they doing like one piece?
They are. I believe it's Kathy Walker
Oh,
on
Kathy
Instagram.
Mhm.
And I believe she might have broke it down. I
Okay.
don't know that I'll
Two
follow
needles
that
pulling
because
through.
I'll start at the bottom. But either way, yes, love them. They're so sweet.
One of my favorites.
Yes,
They're going to be a
needles pulling
Stitchcon
through.
bee.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed. But color chart done so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I'm just so ready for this. And so Tina saw it and she's like, look at that train. It looks just like Philip. I'm like, that's why I bought it. And so it's so funny when you're in sync like that. So I think she was considering, we're going to start it.
Oh,
I believe the sale starts June 1st.
I think it does.
I don't think I'll be ready by June 1st. But just to know that others are out there
Mhm.
and we've got a good 6 months less, whatever, to get it done. So this is a new sale that's going on, and Kathy Walker is on Instagram if you want to check out the official dates.
I think the Primrose Cottage ladies, their mom was also kind of involved.
Okay, my question was, and maybe because I haven't looked, I only had the chart.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, okay, so it's a combination of Classic Colorworks Week, so it is some dyed floss. So I was wondering if on their website or their shop, do they have a floss?
Somebody, and it may have been the Primrose Cottage girls, I thought were doing a conversion with, and it may be color and cotton, but I don't remember for sure.
I mean, it calls for that, so I'm going to check.
Color and cotton cotton fibers?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Well then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if they have.
I'm sure they do.
I'm going to see if they got one because they have their own shop.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they do.
I'm gonna see. That was one. It wasn't really haul, but it was another sale. So between this, Brenda Gervais, and then ours for Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tina, we're gonna do the Annie B's.
Oh yeah.
Everything just got blown out of the water. Okay, talking about Tina.
Those are cute.
Right?
Yeah.
How nice are those floss drops? So these are so pretty. Let me see if I can. No, I'll just hold them up there. These are her new floss drops with the houses on them. And this is a sampler that she actually stitched. So it's a photograph of her stitched sampler. So I had to have those, saving them for a special sampler to do. And then I grabbed these these are the Sewing Notions one that she's got out now. Let me see if I can find one with some color. But they're just real cute. A little bit that way. So I got some nice new floss drops that she's got in her Etsy shop. And then I found these on eBay.
Oh.
And the shipping was so cheap, but it was the same seller. It was like a late night, couldn't sleep kind of cha-ching. But I have these two now to keep going. And I know I can get 4 out of that fabric. I don't know that I will still want to stitch on the fabric, but I know this.
Oh yeah, that darker fabric you're using. Yeah.
Yes, copper penny.
Yeah.
But I know I got enough for 4,
Yeah.
and I love this one running in the door. But I don't really, the little dude down here, he's not my favorite. The little
ghosty, I guess.
That little guy, he's not my favorite. But it's one of those things with Prairie Explorer. It's when it's all done that I just will probably have to do it. But that was Happy Meow. And then,
my goodness.
I know, right? I was like, Lord, send me friends. And then when I got all the friends, it's like, oh my gosh. So we were watching, Tina recommended watching Stitching Faye.
Oh yeah.
I think I mentioned, and I really enjoy her, but the one that that I watched first was episode 8, and I think I recommended it before, but it was All Her Halloween. And I have never given these pieces a thought before until I saw them stitched, and it's always the same thing. But this is, so I worked with Jean at our local needle shop, Brick City Cross Stitch, and she was placing an order, so it was perfect timing from Cheryl, Brenda at Glendon Place. And so I said, could you have Cheryl sign the patterns for me? And then I surprised Tina with the 2 that we like. So nice. There's no knowing when we're doing this. We would definitely want to use the fabric that comes with it. But we saw Stitching Faye do, what's this dude's name? Oh, Frankie the Thinker. We just call him Frankie. Yeah. Frankie the Thinker. And I can't tell you, this is never anything I would have picked up, but when you see him stitched, and it's just incredible. It's so good. And then of course we had to grab, now this person added, I believe the curtains were added as I don't know if it was the mat or whatever, but Philip loves skeletons. I've shared that with you all, Mr. Boney. Yeah. So I want to just stitch just him for Philip. And we got that big skeleton quilt last year that Tina made for him. And when you really, the fabric that's on these, I don't know if I'll be able to use them. I hope I can. But they, when you see that white, how big is top of it? I don't know. You know me, I was like, sure. This design, stitched on 28 count Okefenokee, hand dyed by Crosswing Collection. I knew it was the same as the Pirates of Poltergeist. I'm like, you do know I have an entire thing kitted up, Pirates. The Poltergeist Pirates, which I need to do too. But stitched area is 130 by 180,
and this one's 130 by 210. But if you're only going to
only doing the dude,
the dude, he would make a really cute pillow for Philip.
Right? And could you just see, like, I don't know. When you see her, I wish I had a picture of Stitching Faye stitching on him, because it's so much bigger than that. Yeah. And so you just, it's so cute.
And I know that I've seen some purple fabric at the shop.
Okay.
That would
be cool. Yeah. So we'll see. But those 2 were haul that Jean had gotten for me, and nothing quick, and I don't know which one we're going to start first. Like, I can't decide. We probably will do one of those things where just enjoy the ride. There's no time, no goal. And then
oh no. I have that one, and
the Christmas Village.
Oh yeah, because I did the fall one, and I love the fall one.
Okay.
And
I didn't know if you did the fall one. I
did the fall one.
Okay.
And I pulled that years ago to put in my Pick Me Next basket.
Yes.
And it got put back in my file because I tell you, Marie at the shop was stitching it.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous, but she started counting the trees at the top.
There's 80 or 73 or something.
Yeah. I love it.
I fell in love with this. I saw the picture of it, and I loved the church and the sleigh. These 2 guys. And I knew I had one of the villages, but I think you let me borrow your fall one. Yeah. So I think I have your fall one. But it wasn't that. And so anyways, this was a gift from Tina there's no need going into anything, but I had a little small surgical thing done overall as well. I feel great, but she was very sweet, and I told her I fell in love with this, and she quickly sent it from 123 Stitch and said, you know, happy post-surgical fun day. You know, we can justify anything. But this is the Prairie Schoolers Christmas Village.
It's gorgeous done.
I think it's, again, it's just, when I saw it and I happened to see it stitched, and I want to say, is Virginia Stitcher stitching this? I mean, she's got a lot of whips. We love her.
She does.
But I think, I remember she said the count of the trees.
Yeah.
She's like, there's, her husband or somebody said, did you know there's 72 trees in there? So, but Tina was super kind, and I have all the DMC, and I just need the fabric, which you know will be darker, I think.
I don't know. To tell you the truth,
on this one, maybe
know.
not.
Yeah,
because of the deep. Of the houses.
You know, I'm almost tempted to do it on something very light because of the browns and the.
You know, there's nothing like good old. What was it? The Even Weave Lugana that was just. Yeah, but I mean, it's, even though it's Christmas, which it's still a lot of deep fall. Colors. I don't know if they can see that like that, but, and my favorite blue, which
930 or 9.
Oh, it's one of them. Oh, 3768.
Oh, okay.
But a good colonial blue.
Yeah.
So, just add into the Prairie Schooler. Yeah. So that was not really haul, but it was happy mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it. I could put that in there later. I think we covered it all. That's crazy. So any recommendations that you have for people for Stitchcon? I mean, since you're the senior?
No.
But people are always asking. What's your hints?
I saw somebody ask the other day about, bringing, what kind of extension cords or something like that. But that's the one. But I don't use a light. I find that the lighting in most retreats and in that one is fine. I need the magnification. But that's an individual thing. But there is, I think, electric under each table.
Yeah.
So I know that some people bring, like, the Volt, to plug stuff in.
Yeah.
I've seen some people.
I feel like Melissa brought
she did. She brought
year. I didn't bring a light, and I truly felt the room was well lit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's like going into, what do they call that, fluorescent lighting?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was really good.
I rarely need, even when we have our little retreats out at the hotel there for Brick City, the lighting is fine. And Jean has excellent lighting in the shop to stitch with when I stitch there. Magnification is always a challenge for me, and as I get older, my reading glasses tend to get larger in number. So
I think I've got a 3 something now, 3.5.
Yeah, I'm up to 4s.
Are you? Do you like them?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm up to 4s.
I prefer the reading glasses.
Yes, and that's all.
Adding, I have mine.
I've tried the little things that you wear around your neck, and that bothered my neck.
Oh,
I've tried the flippy things. They don't.
Oh, I've tried them all.
Whatever works for you. Everybody's got their own. You got to find out what's comfortable for you.
Right.
I mean, always. I typically have my drink. Some of us have got stitching mats that we have made. I have a stitching mat that I'm going to take. I know Peter's working on his. He's fortunate. He's getting to go to the Blackbird, and I can't remember the other ones. He told me the other day, but there's 3 designers going to be at Country Sampler, and it's like the week after we go to Stitchcon.
Right. We'll have a lot, and we'll have him on soon. Maybe by July we'll be able to all get together because he's got some good.
End of June.
End of June.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be good. After Father's Day, something like that, get everybody back. But I mean, I never used a light, and
I guess the only thing is you tend to take more than you really need.
And I've learned now, even though I think if you're working on something, like I will probably bring my Brenda Keys, the sampler company. I think I could. It's one of those. I think I could work on some of it. I probably wouldn't maybe work on border. But I think if you want to bring something that is intricate, it's fun to show them, but you don't have to stitch on it.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I'm stitching on something that's going to be easy, like a person.
And I thought I'd do several that were fill-ins, late night stitching. I don't remember if I got much stitching done at late night stitching last year, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway. Yeah, I remember
it was a blast.
stitching.
It was a blast.
It was fun.
It was a blast. Yeah.
She didn't make it to the first
Not the
night.
first one.
No, I made it the first night.
But I was sorry I didn't.
Yeah.
I was sorry I didn't. I should have pushed myself. But I think, like even Jen's saying, she can't wait to just even have her hotel room to herself.
Oh, yeah.
You know, used to kids and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but this year I will definitely.
And I'm just looking forward to seeing a lot of people, a lot of old friends, a lot of new
Yeah.
friends. And
I wish
that's always the fun part for me. I love meeting new Stitchers.
And I think the funny part is like, I kind of like the surprise of who's there. I don't do a lot of the, okay, who's going? If people ask, I'll tell them. But I like the whole, oh my gosh, you're here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I was trying to remember if Tiny House Stitcher
I think
was going to weekend
I don't
A.
know. And I can't remember, Welcome Stitchery, the girls from Welcome
Yeah.
Stitchery, I can't remember if they're A or B. I'm hoping they're A. I would love to meet them. There's
think
so many people.
There be, but
Are
I
there?
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be a nice surprise.
And the fun part this year is we're going to have so many Florida Stitchers that are
Mhm.
new. This will be their first year.
Right.
Jody from Simply Stitching, Ocala,
Right.
Jessica from Sweetwater Stitcher.
That's her. This is her first
Her-
Stitchcon.
this is both of their
Jen's
first,
Jen's
yeah.
first Stitchcon.
So
yeah.
it'll be fun for them.
Chris
Jen's
Lee's
first
going to be
Stitchcon.
there. She's Florida.
Yeah.
Yep.
And my friend Christy from up in the Panhandle. Of course, our friends from Jacksonville, Edith and
Edith, Melissa, Jean.
Yep, Edith, Melissa, and Gina. And I know they're bringing. I think there's a few friends from Jacksonville they're bringing. So we're Elaine.
It's a big group.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a big.
Oh yeah, Elaine Hill.
Yeah.
This is her first
So
year,
this is
right?
going to be hashtag Florida Stitchers
Yeah.
or what do you got?
Stitchcon Floridians.
Yeah,
that
or
we do or
something.
something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
Florida Stitchers Unite. We'll still
Yeah.
we'll still Pam and Stuff's little hashtag, but use Florida Stitchers.
Yeah, it's fun when she asked everybody to stand up.
That was a lot.
That was
I
fun.
enjoyed that to see
Yeah.
where there were so many people
Right.
from.
And Florida had a big, I think we had 20 last year. It was somewhere near 20.
Yeah.
But they're from everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good. So we'll be back at Stitchcon with you. We would really like to,
We're gonna try
we'll do the brag table. She's great
Yeah.
at doing the Instagram and doing all of that kind of stuff. And of course, we will definitely share our journey as the Three Musketeers, because that's super
That's
fun
part
as
of it.
well.
Yeah.
That's all part of it. And
And we'll cross our fingers we won't have a trip like that like we did last year.
yes, we do not want COVID. COVID go away. But by the time it's all done and said, you wouldn't trade it, really for the world.
No.
So, anyways, and then if we can, there was that room. I was thinking remember at the last night, there was the room that we went down and sat in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that would be a fun spot. It was empty.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah.
We could do a little, and if somebody pops in, they
That's
pop
fine.
in.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get some visitors and we'll talk about it a little bit to them ahead of time. And then we could share what we worked on, if anything, or what they bought. Maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So, we will definitely see you all at Stitchcon one of those nights, and we'll just record it up there so that as soon as we get home, hubby can upload it and you can see some of the fun. Unless I can learn, I guess I could do it. We'll see.
We don't know what the hotel Wi-Fi.
I know, I don't know about, all of that. With all of us Stitchers using our Wi-Fi, you just never know. But other than that, I guess we'll see you next time.
Yep.
And don't forget to floss. Bye, guys.
Bye guys.